Hey, for being honest, it is hard to stand out in a sea of people do similar things to what you do. Because if we know like what we do, we know there's value in it because we've seen somebody else do it. That's why there's a whole book called Blue Ocean Theory, right? But here's the thing: there are ways to stand out, and in fact, today's top five are 5 ways that you can stand out in a sea of people doing the exact same thing you're doing. Let's get to it. Number 1, you gotta do something. There's a different promise. Same exact area, but promise something different, something unique, something special. Think about fitness. At the end of the day, fitness was a real big thing of like lose weight. And the promise was like lose weight in 10 days, lose weight in 5 days, this fast crash diet and lose 20 pounds in 20 minutes, right? Have a promise. Don't go crazy with it, but have a promise that stands out from the crowd so somebody goes, ooh, I've heard about this, but I heard this is different than what I've heard before. You gotta have something that's unique in terms of what the promise is. If you do something special, something unique, you promise something different, people's ears perk up and they go, oh, I wanna know more about what this is. So first thing is make sure you do and promise something that is different from everybody else. Number 2, make sure you have a process that is different. If you got a promise that's special, let's say it's the same promise, right? It's not even special. But if you end up having, I'm running right now, if you end up having a process that's different than anybody else's, it stands out because they go, man, I've heard that promise before, but I've never heard that way of doing it. Think about, again, the weight loss world, right? People go, hey, lose weight, lose 20 pounds. How? This special pill, this new diet, this special training mechanism, whatever it is. If you got a process that's different than anybody else's, now you stand out. Now you got something unique. You cannot go into the same marketplace and say, I do just like that person. Guess what? You're just like that person. If you want to stand out and be different, have a different process, a different way, a different unique, proprietary way of doing something no one's seen before, because now no one can compete with you. You stand out, you're special, you lead the pack. So create something that only you can deliver for people. Number 3, you gotta work, man. You gotta work. Here's the truth. Everybody sees you. Everybody sees not only what you're actually doing, but they actually see what the fruit of your labor is, right? And if you're like everybody else, got a lot of information, doesn't do anything with it. Sits there, really comfortable, knowing what to do. I'll get it done, never gets done. You gotta work. And people gotta see you work. They gotta respect you enough to be like, this person's doing it different. Look at their life, look how they roll. Because when you work, respect comes in. On top of respect, my clock's actually just done, thankfully. Whenever you get respect, man, you see something special happen. People start noticing you. You stand out because nobody else is working at that level. There's no secret. It's why you hear all the time, be the hardest worker in the room. It's real. And you know it's hard work when you don't want to do it. That's the moment you got to show up. Hey, step number 4, man. You got to clean up how you connect with people. Truth is, man, there's a lot of individuals who say something similar, and you'll find like they'll say something the same as you, but like everybody else seems to love what they do, and they love that, like the message, they pay attention to them as you see my body in the mirror. But here's the thing, like it's because they connect with people. The reason individuals like listen to them and pay attention is they connect with human beings. So they have a message, they got a process, they do the work, but they're getting ahead because they connect to the hearts of somebody. They don't just talk at them and say things and yell at them. They're really big on like, hey, I know your problem. Here's how I know. I experienced this. I've had this happen. Have you had this happen? They have a conversation. They don't just become a talking head. And if you can connect to people's hearts, they're going to want to listen to your promise. They're going to listen to the process that you have is special. They're going to see the work you do and go, I like that. I connect with this person. So you got to focus on also connecting people. It helps you stand out for the people you want to stand out for. Last but not least, stay consistent. Like at the end of the day, life is kind of like this race where like, you win whatever the medals are. These are my crazy medals because you start the race and when it gets tired, you keep on going. So many people will start the race and they'll get so tired, they'll quit the race and everybody looks at them and goes, not trustworthy. I can't pay attention to that person because you just stopped way too early. So consistency is the key to your success. Quite literally, too many people don't grasp how important it is that if you start something and stop, you lose trust. You can't build clientele. You don't stand out. You do what everybody else does when it gets hard. So stay in the race, stay consistent. I promise it's not going to be until you feel like you can't go anymore that you actually cross the finish line. So stay consistent. You do those 5 things. That'll allow you to be able to stand out in front of anybody because that's what nobody's doing. So that is your top 5 ways to make sure that you stand out from the crowd of people who look like they're doing the exact same thing as you so you can be the one who's really doing the thing that you want to do.